Woo, we made it. We did it. Let's go. Okay. Wait, how do you exit to get to the... How do you reset? I kind of forgot. How do you reset? Options. Here. That's fun. Right, we're gonna do the new content.
All his co-workers were gone.
Ending.
What could it mean?
Endings.
Stanley decided to go to the
And
meeting
we're gonna
room.
see if we can
Perhaps
still
he
be
had
able to
simply
find
missed a
a
memo.
couple more secrets. Go to new content.
Oh, new content?
Oh,
What does that mean?
Thanks.
New content.
Let's get on the fairground, alright. Boop, buddy. End is on the end is on the.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Cool.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Cool.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special
Yeah, we
yet,
have to
but
get
I'm sure
to
it's
it.
just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Right, you wait. Wait.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's
Long last,
on to
it's
the
only
new
like a couple
content.
of seconds.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Hold your horses chilled. Got embrace it. Takes a while,
I
okay?
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley
It's gonna
Parable
take a
Ultra
while now,
Deluxe,
right?
mostly
Might take a
tedious.
couple
It's
seconds
as if
to get up to the floor.
Okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Jump. Circle. I'm not gonna waste all my jumps.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I love it. That's how many jumps I'm using. Just in case you bring it back.
Is that it?
No, it's probably
Surely
not.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
Well, yeah,
Stanley,
it's gonna be
I
like
have to
different
say, initial impressions
floors.
of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
No, thank you.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
No.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
If we bring the bucket with it next time.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yes. Oh, so cute, sweet. That's so cute. Best. God, not this.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
You're being sus. Are you the imposter? Are you the imposter narrator? Because it sounds like you are.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new
That's
Ultra
right.
Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh no,
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port?
Last of Us.
Remember back in October of 2013?
You
when
know
the game
you
originally
stole
launched?
this.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back
So,
then,
if
it all
I
meant
televisions,
something.
I wanted to The Last of Us, the Stanley Parable, in this category story. It'll be our story. My mum took down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Wait, is that a CD player with music? It can't be. Songs. Memory unachievable. It is impossible to get achievement. Cool. I love it. The news. New York Times. New video game missing today. I can't read news. Reuters goes from scandal to new crisis. Don't know them. Creators supposedly down to earth. Business leaders pushing elections off council alleys. 50% off designer. I'm not going to read it all.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
But you don't go down there yet. You don't go down there yet. Sorry about that. So, if you do not know...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Huh. This is where the...
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
This is funny.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I
you
suppose I
are
could write up a
funny.
handful of gags to insert into the
You
Stanley
already
Parable, but
have
the game
them.
is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
But we're
that I
gonna
can't even imagine
get
where I'd have the
lost.
room to stick them.
Down here, right? Yeah. Where's down? Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
You're
I'm not
not.
preachy, am I?
No, you're
You
not.
can
It's
tell me if I'm
perfect.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is
Yeah,
actually
you
quite
should.
shocking
Maybe you
for
should
me.
take Kate
I
and
always, well,
take it
to be honest,
as
I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse
an
to
option.
begin with.
Wait,
You
where
can't know
was?
how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Well,
These
you can
black
turn it into
marks
a
on my
good memory.
otherwise unimpeachable track
Change some
record.
things. Make the fans happy.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these
You're
people
not.
down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then
I
maybe
can't work
letting
into
them
that.
skip ahead for just a
I wanna
moment, surely
swim.
it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second mind... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording.
I'm staying here and see if there's any.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I
Sure
guess
they
I
can.
should become better educated on how exactly
I'll
pressurized
help.
gas works.
I'll help you.
Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Well, give me a
Although
laptop
I
and
have
we'll
to
start
imagine
research.
that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized
Yeah,
gas will instantly
Yeah,
run out
boy.
and implement a new feature to make... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And Oh, Stanley. You're back. You're back.
long.
Oh my goodness. I have someone
Not
to
for
talk
long
to
at
again.
all.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
What?
2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track.
Just keep skipping. Focus on obedience. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's gonna start going crazy. It's freaky. I mean, I like that.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
You're going insane. So you're not gonna go insane. Yeah, no, I think you need therapy. Hello? Oh, I guess we should. What's he gonna do? Be one.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Just skip that. Oh my god. Okay, let's press the button again. So pretty, isn't it now? Eleanor is gone. Oh, it's creepy now. I'll give us a light. Oh, now we have to go out now and explore. Free. We're free. We're free. Oh my god. We made it. Let's go. We're free. Quietness. Sounding really hard. And isn't the end, so yeah. Let's go here. Now we're gonna go
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
So yeah, you got therapy now, narrator. That's good.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
And it's never the
Yes, you
end
see.
again.
Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, well, that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
So what's over here? Nothing? Oh no. They're back. 2 doors! Now, it's gonna be this way. Wrong way. So it is more better Stanley Parable. More Stanley Parable. More Stanley Parable? Win-win. Even in the chat, I'm gonna go wow, it's weird. Okay, so this is new content is out. New content part 2 is in. Boring sections of the chat, cool. Red section of the chat. Old and bursted, new hotness. La la. I love this. It's only Parable 2. Oh god, they're the same. Parable 2, more things. I don't know, snacked over there. Keep on
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Spray to the... Oh my god, a red carpet! I'm a walker, down and up fancy. This is my walk. I walk down the catwalk. I should have been careful. That's gonna be stuck in my head when I walk down the catwalk.
Here we are. Go on.
Should we go first? We're gonna get the reassurance picket second to last. I'm thinking we'll go to the gym button. I found it. Oh god. Here's your name in the game. Well, it's Jimmy.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too small,
and of course,
too big,
the first and most
I
obvious
like the
answer
big
is
one.
that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am
if
called
so,
Jim.
then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I'm going to do that because I don't want it taken away from me. And then we'll come back and get that. You know, I'm going to listen to that instead of becoming addicted because I don't want the gym button to get taken away. So how about we go to
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me
What
the
did
work
you
of
say?
finishing this feature.
What did you just say? No. I want that. Where should we go next? The jump circle. What's the jump circle there? See, I have 31 jumps.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I'm saving some for fun, just so I can just do the whole collectibles. Whole or collectibles. Go on then, we'll do the whole first. Is this the hole? Where's the hole? This way, I'm guessing. I think this is where the hole. Yeah, hole. Yes.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever.
You can kind of do that in Paul.
Infinite falling.
I'm going in.
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
I'm gonna get
you
the
can press the
ending.
teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go
2
back to the top.
seconds.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
We made it.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Thank you.
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually
Hey,
fascinated
it feels
by
weird.
falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Well, it feels weird.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Not a problem, because
Look,
I
things
said
got a little
nothing.
heated there. I think we
I
both
just-
said some things we didn't
I
mean.
didn't even say
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
It's very
then
deep,
go
so
ahead
I
and
like
press
that.
the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'm
Great.
getting in.
Now, I'm very excited to
Oh,
show
no,
for
I
heaven.
fell.
You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not
That's
you.
just
Oh,
sad,
no,
Simon.
no. You have a weird sort of...
Bonk.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
But we're falling
Had
back
enough?
in.
I'm positively thrilled.
Oh,
I
it's
really
so
do have...
sad.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
So
If this starts to
satisfying.
become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Ready. Hello?
Is the,
I was ready. I
teleport
finished
button
my
not working?
spins. practicing.
You sure?
I'm
Well,
spamming it.
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Yeah, bye.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you
I'll
and the
probably
hole have a wonderful
get
rest
some
of the
juice.
day.
Spinny, spinny, spin, spin, spin. It's gonna start going. Oh, it's beginning. It's starting. It's broken. Stop being anything. Good job, you did. It's going down. Down we go. Should have been careful. It's all seen. Feelings don't mean anything. Good job, you did. Good job, you did. Oh my god. Oh, I don't hear what is happening. We're going down in a hole. Down in a hole. Down in a hole. Down in a hole. It's getting deeper. Goodbye now. Change your perspective. What? Wait. Oh my guys, you look good. My fave. It's right there and right there.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Ask you. Not really. Change. Ask cute.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away
I
into
thought you
dreamland.
left.
But we can't have that, Stanley.
I
Because
thought
this
you-
hole is just so darn fascinating that I want
I
you to be
thought
wide
you
awake for every
left.
second of it.
I
You
thought
don't
you
want to
left.
miss a single moment.
You
So
didn't care,
how about
go.
if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Bye.
From the looks of things,
Okay.
you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
I want
Stare at
to
Stanley.
sleep my
I'll
damn
be back. Toodle-pip.
sleeps. Yeah, let's go. We're going back again. Bruh. End is never end is never end. So now we should go get the
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of
Well,
the
what
new features.
we haven't done. We're gonna do the bucket last. We're gonna do collectibles. This achievement first, or half of the achievement, and then we're gonna do the bucket. I'm gonna do this. So I will collect these, and I'll try out with it.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature
try it?
Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward
Yes.
for collecting all of them.
Oh.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go
Well,
up.
I'll be
You
happy.
simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
But then when I get a reward, it'll be just worth it. Oh my god! Yes! I'm so glad that happened. Collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for
I
it.
love getting a
Absolutely
reward.
tragic.
No. Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely heavenly. Down here. So it says blue.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Please work.
Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Goodbye. I don't like that. I don't like that feature. You better fix it when they come back. It baby fixed. Alright. Sound like a Karen. Lol.
What
Right,
else?
well,
What other exhibits haven't we seen
we
yet?
haven't seen the bucket. So I'm gonna go do the bucket now. So I've done basically everything I think I've done. But we haven't done the thingy about the video, but that's new. What's this? Okay. Oh, let's see epilogue. That's new. Wait, we'll do that last. So this is like second last. You know what I mean? So first we need to go to the bucket. Mostly, like I said, mostly infinite hole now. Lol. I can't got that. Where, the button that says gym. Then it says the button that says your name. Let's go get the bucket. By the bucket. Bum, bum,
A common
ba-dum.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it?
Yes.
The glow of comfort,
have a
even in the
bucket.
face of
Let's
crushing
go.
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding
Thank
it has
you.
made you the slightest
Thank
bit more
you.
attractive as a person.
God.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in
We
the
need to find the
Stanley
epilogue
Parable
thingy, my
2.
bum. How did I found another thingy? Right, I think
Does
I've
anyone
seen.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
No,
That really
sadly
should
not.
be an
It's
award if it isn't
yeah.
already.
I do agree. Strangely enough. Right, so where the bucket was. No, I got that wrong. No, I got this right. Then we would go up these steps. How are them steps there? Oh god, I'm lost because there's something up there. It's that where that snooze. We'll waddle over here, I'm guessing. No, that's the exit. So I don't want to go to the exit. There's one little thing there and I cannot find it. I need to go over here. Maybe over here. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Somewhere. It's up there. How do you get up there? No screenshots. Office decorations. Let's do that first.
Okay,
So,
I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration,
someday,
like balloons.
but
I'm undecided on
we're gonna pick
Get
that
Well
one so we can
Someday
get
and
this
Happy
one
12th Birthday.
and this
Which would
one.
you go with?
That one, but
You know,
picking.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes
I want
you
this one.
realize that
Yeah.
you knew which
I
one
want
you
the white
actually
one.
really wanted all along.
I want the white
Get
one.
Well Someday it is.
Yes, I figured out a trick to get one I wanted. You gotta pick the blue one if you want the white, and the white one if you want the blue. Thank you. Get that someday. So cute.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
No.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Come on. How do I get to the epilogue thingy over here? That's new. I got up there when I got lost. I don't know where to find it. Oh, bingo, found it. Let's go. Found the steps. Let's walk up. And then we go to the Muscle Infinite Hall. It's over here. That's new. So walk up here. This is different. Nothing. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. So we've done the insurance bucket. We haven't done the QR code, which is a video, which I'm not going to show. I'll let you know how it is in the free time. We've done everything. We've done the epilogue, half epilogue and talk about it. We haven't done the epilogue fully. We've done the collectible. Let's go to the exit. We've seen everything. That's exit. Where's the exit? Exit's that way. I do like the jump circle, but I have 26. I can't jump. Okay, let's leave. Still good though. That's cool.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep, I've seen
Ready
everything.
to move on now?
Seen everything. I've made sure I've seen everything. Let me know if I haven't, because I'll go back. See if I can do that. I'm ready.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you
I
like all of
love
the new
it.
features? Yes,
Except
I know it's not
the,
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game,
What are you
but
gonna do?
I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay
I
experience.
want to get to play it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Funny.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
If
"This
the set
is
block
the
will do that
Stanley
first.
Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Go ahead.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
This is the beginning. So epilogue will be my next. Let's begin. The Stanley Parable 2. Victory. Now we're gonna go find the collect. We're gonna skip that. Okay. Alright. Now we're gonna do
All of his
the
co-workers were gone. What could it
this
mean?
ending where we
Stanley
get on
decided to go to the
computer.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This computer
No
is
matter how
glitched.
hard Stanley looked, he
Sketch
couldn't find a
anyone out.
trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yep.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over
Yum.
it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes, I am.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it
Yeah,
just
but
then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to
But what if
restart
the
the
memory
game.
use like
So,
this?
just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible
I don't
and see
think
how
this is
long
gonna
you
be
can
miserable.
maintain.
It's gonna make me laugh.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
I'm gonna Google it with
Did it all
later.
day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
I'll look it
And
later.
if you are not strong and keep playing along, you
I
too
am
will
strong.
become quite unbearable.
What the
You too will become quite unbearable.
Bruh. Bruh. Okay, let's go now. Let's begin the game again. Again. Okay, now we're gonna find
All of
them.
his co-workers
Should we get the
gone.
event
What
or
could it mean?
ending?
Stanley
Yes,
decided
my
to go to the
brain.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Crouch.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
We
until he
think
heard this
I'm gonna
narration
say
and
no
realized it was
instead.
part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination
God,
of
I'm stuck.
structural
Okay,
narrative tropes.
Okay, stay.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and
And then we've
unique place
cleaned
to
up.
be?
We've
Why
already
don't we
seen
take
this
a
again,
minute
and so I
just
was
to
like,
drink it
what
all
did you?
in?
And he's gonna tell us that.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, I like it.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
I already know.
Do you
You'll
think it
you'll
would have been
probably
particularly
you'll try and
different?
make it miserable.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the
I
first
already
place.
know what happened.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then
I've
come
already
back
done
here
it.
just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard
This
all
one's
the
longer,
narration?
to be
And
honest.
this is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option. And
Yep.
now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you
Even though I
think?
didn't.
Which choice was the better one?
When I said
Imagine
it.
if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how
And yes.
tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Yeah, I think
Well, now,
I want to
I've
click
built up
yes.
the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here,
I'll be
continue
back.
with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
I'll
Cheers.
probably come back later. But, like, I'll get a few endings. See ya. No. I can't click it. Ah! Hello? Bingo. We did it. So we got both of them endings. We'll go see if we can get the white. Nope, can't. It's annoying.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Endings.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
We
Perhaps he had
brought a
simply missed a
bucket
memo.
here. Come
Stanley
on,
picked
bucket.
up the bucket.
Oh, there's an ending. What if we do the ending? Should we just do this? Wrong button.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
really
I
just
want to
doing this
do
for the
my
trophy?
bucket.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth?
Well,
No,
it's
no,
what
no,
it
no,
said
no.
to
I
do.
can't just give these merits away for
Merits?
such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Whoa.
Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of
I will not
witnessing
get
true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'd rather get the find all the Stanley Parable minifigs and do 50 clicks on the door.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you put 20 bucket touches into door 417?
417. On it. Bucket touches. I changed it. Yay! I'm so glad. Let me just like touches. Bucket touches. Yeah. Bucket touch. Bucket touch. Bucket touch is my favorite game.
Now,
It's my
go
favorite
touch the
game
bucket
of
on
them.
door 437 a few times.
Bucket touch. Bucket touch is my new
Yes,
favorite one.
now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
Oh, that's even better. You like me? Oh, wait a minute. I can do it. 415. But yeah.
Now back to door number 437.
On it. I'm like, on it. Let's go. Okay, change it when you do it with the bucket. 437.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
It's so different now. Is that like it's a little bit different?
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Where's 419? Maybe we have. Let me know if I'm doing this. 419. 419? Was it 419? Yeah. $432. 419's going to be over. Takes 415. But you meant to get on here, right? 419, is that right? I'm guessing this is the right one. Yeah, I'm guessing. I can't get on to it. Am I doing this wrong one? I think I am. I can't get on. God. 419, I think. Yeah, I'm guessing it's 419. 422. I'm sure it's 415. I can't get on top. So hard now. It's like I'm stuck. Oh, wow. wow. I need your help with this. I can't do it. Oh, I guess we have to reset. Let's retry. Woo! I thought we got it. Oh, so
Already
hard.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Ugh, no. Okay, I need you. I
Stanley
need
lifted
you.
the bucket into his arms,
Thank
and a wave
you.
of comfort rushed over him.
Thank you very much. Now I'll begin. Should I
Stanley
get the
clutched
games
the
in
bucket
the
tightly to
way?
his chest and entered the door on his left.
See what that is. 'Cause I-
This was not the correct way
Oh
to the
wait,
meeting room,
I
but
know
Stanley
what.
had felt the bucket
So
calling
imagine
to
if I
him,
just stay
telling
in
him
the.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
So if I just stay in there for like a couple of minutes or so, it'll be like.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
I'm sitting get on the chair. I want to sit. I can't just sit in the games.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home, here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
This is how I'm pretending to sit. Just get the chairs like a tiny bit lower.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Yeah, we do. So yeah, it's a secret ending. It's an ending. It's just for 50 hours. I'm real bored of it. Oh wow! I'm bored now. Come on, bucket.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
It's not working. So I just have to do that again because I'm not liking it. Good. Alright, so we're gonna follow a
All of his
thing.
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
No. No, you're freaking me out. Stop it. That's creepy. Why? Looking up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
Right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
Might-
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So I guess there's an ending where you're just standing there for 50 bajillion years. Yeah, we'll do that later.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But
Okay.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Went
first
to the-
open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold
Yeah, I
feet.
get that.
Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform,
No.
or test your luck by jumping to the floor below.
That's even worse.
Looking at it
I'll
now,
just stay
it's
here.
not that far to the bottom
I'm
floor.
gonna
I
stay
bet
here.
you can make it.
No. No.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
I want
it.
to get there slowly. I'm so scared. Fine.